Hey guys, I saw something cool today in the Game Maker gallery that I wanted to try to do, and I think I might have figured it out, but I'm not sure yet. And what it was a skeleton that looked like, it was a skeleton with armor on it, and then you hit, basically the skeleton, when he had armor on, he would block every attack, unless you used a charged attack. And then he would lose his armor, so he would actually turn into this skeleton. So we're going to try to do that. What I think he did, he or she, I'm not sure. I don't remember the name of the game that I saw it in. Melee enemy can block attacks. And so at this point you have an enemy that can block your attacks. And the only way to kill him is to charge. We could take his health all the way down to 1. And when he dies, we want him to destroy. And when he dies, we're going to just say trigger. And that's going to send a message called trigger when he dies. Now I need an asset spawner to listen to that message. So I need it to listen. I need it to spawn skeleton. Alright, so it's going to spawn skeleton, which is going to be another melee enemy. And it's going to spawn it when it gets the message trigger. So now, when you kill this guy, well, let's see. Asset spawner. Spawn a skeleton. It's a melee enemy. Message required is trigger. And this guy, when he dies, doesn't he send... When it dies, which message does it send? I guess let's tag this skeleton. I think I gotta do that. And then say send to tag. Okay, defines which tags receive the message sent on death. Okay, so skeleton. Okay. Let's see if he can... So what I'm trying to do is try to get that death to be faster, if that's possible. And the only way I can think of, I think this was it. So let's try to see what this looks like again. Where was it? Oh, it's instant. It's instant. Okay, so that's a little different. That might be replace asset. But then he can't die. Oh, so if this is, instead of a spawner, it's a replace. Replace by skeleton. With a melee enemy. Message required is trigger. Tag is skeleton. So this should do the same thing right now, except it replaces that. Now if there's a way to send a message when it gets any kind of damage. Okay, so let's try this. So this is the replace asset. And if we go to our hierarchy and make the numpad a child of the skeleton warrior, then he should get replaced. Well, you know, he's gonna die. It's gonna die together. So he got replaced. Okay, but the problem is that this dies with him when he dies. So basically he can't die because there's no death, there's no image of death. There's no animation of death in what was used. So instead of message sent on death, needs to be something else. So if he's not a melee enemy, if he is a replace asset skeleton, he still has a health of 1, but now he can't block attacks because let's just try a message broadcaster that sends out, or button that sends out trigger, and see if he gets replaced and what that looks like. Okay. So that works. When the trigger message is sent, that asset is replaced. The only thing now is to get another skeleton. So we get another skeleton, but this time he's a melee enemy. But since this one's gonna die, he needs to be a child of this one. And then this one needs to be invisible. Well, that's gonna make them both. Okay. Oh, no, I guess not. Okay, so melee enemy, okay, can block attacks. Health is 1. Message sent on death is trigger. Send to tags. Okay, so this needs to have a tag of skeleton. Send to tag. So send the message trigger. So when he dies, send the message trigger to the tag skeleton. This has a tag of skeleton. It's going to replace the asset when it receives the message trigger. And it's going to get that message from this when he dies. And if we put him right on top of him, they're both still invisible. Well, I thought that would make him move with him. Well, if you guys can figure it out, let me know.